Hi everyone, welcome to the Sugar and Crumbs kitchen. Well, I'm looking forward to you all joining us tonight. I've got a real super duper easy recipe for you to do. So just John and I in the kitchen. Hi John.
Hello, hi everyone.
And yeah, are we off mute everybody? John's double checking. Don't be winding me up, John McFarland. So anyhow, who was out on the steps just now at 8 o'clock clapping their hands? Wasn't it fantastic? Unfortunately, where I actually live in a very quiet place and the houses are that far apart. I just have to clap by myself. But I was there and it was hurting my hands last week, so I had a pan and spoon this week, and then I could hear a long way away they all had pans and spoons and fireworks. Where have they got the fireworks from now? It's amazing, isn't it, what people store away? But it's still a really nice idea. So hopefully all you guys are out there clapping, which is fantastic. Just got some good news for you. Evil Cake Genius have contacted me today about the little rollies. I have been chasing them, we paid for them, and you know, he's having trouble shipping them out because, like everything, couriers, it's very difficult to ship everything at the moment. So he is doing his best to get them shipped out to me as soon as possible. So they're paid for, they're on it, and hopefully we will get them dispatched tomorrow or Monday, fingers crossed. And then we've just got to get them over here through customs, and then I will be calling you. So do stay patient, okay? So if what was happening in the world wasn't going on, they would have been here a lot sooner. But you know what? These things happen. And John, stop wobbling the table because the camera's wobbling. So, so if you all had a little shake then, that's because John's got his arms on the camera. Right, so today we're going to make a carrot cake. So it's the most easiest carrot cake ever, and it is delicious. You don't even need a food mixer. Well, you might for the buttercream in a minute, but that's an optional thing. So here is our carrot cake, and here's our loaf cake. It's already been part eaten, so it tastes so yummy. And John's looking, wondering who's had any. Well, I've had a slice, and then the doggy walker has had 2 slices. He took one home for him and his mum. So he's an elderly gentleman, my doggy walker, and his mum is in her late 80s. So they took a slice home. I would have given them the whole one actually, but I wanted you to see it. So there you go. So half-eaten cake, lovely, yummy and moist. You can actually slice it and put a bit of butter on if you want to. You can put buttercream over the top. You can do a fresh topping over the top. It's entirely up to you what you do, but it's yummy just like this. This one we baked earlier. So I've been baking loads in the kitchen. Wait till you see what I'm going to show you after once I've done these. So this one I baked earlier, and I've just divided the same mix between 2 tins. Let me just turn it over. So I'm going to turn it over, and I'm going to take the cover off that one so you can see. Are we on this camera, John?
Yeah.
And you can see how lovely and moist. Look, I push my fingers in. Lovely and moist. Yeah. So, and we're going to go for the rustic look today. So when we buttercream, we're going to have it that way rather than that way. So, John, how is our audience building?
It's very good. We're up to 185 people.
Ooh,
so welcome everyone.
Yeah.
Anybody who's new and watching for the first time, just let us know who you are and where you are.
Absolutely. Right, okay, so Sugar and Crumbs, I'm Karen McFarland. My husband is with me. Oh, I should have told you if it's the other on camera, John.
You're not sure now, are you?
He was a bit quicker. So on a Thursday night, John joins me on a Thursday night here in the kitchen, and he's not always the quickest on the camera, so I promised that I would guide him and tell him which camera to be on, but even I forget. So we own this great little company called Sugar and Crumbs. We make flavoured icing sugars. We also make Sprinkleletti. Sprinkalicious. Sprinkleletti is another brand. Sprinkalicious, I don't even know my own brand, how bad's that? And we also own the Russian Piping Tips, which is nifty nozzles as well. So over the few weeks, and actually even daily, I've been doing recipes with you guys, and my thing is about doing easy recipes. Because you've got those people who want to bake, and you know what, they want to get a little bit more in depth, but there's loads of us who just want to make something really easy, very simple, very fun, with the kids, with the grandkids, something that's not going to be a load of hard work, and you know what, let's get it done. I am so pleased that so many of you have done the Viennese whirls, swirls. I call them swirls. Some people call them whirls. But you know, the actual community group is full of them, aren't they? Have you seen them all? And they've done fingers and they've dipped them in chocolate and every flavour out there, and they are so yummy. So I am really pleased that you all gave them a go. So thank you. Right, so this mix, like I say, just get it all prepared. Now for preparation, let me just, I don't know it off by heart, so let me just tell you what it is. So you need 2 teaspoons full of baking powder, 225 grams of muscovado sugar, is that how you say it? Did I get it right? God, I can't believe it.
Yeah, don't try a second time.
No, I won't. Okay, so 2 of them, 4 large eggs, but we're using medium because that's all I've got, so I'm not actually going to add any more egg to it. 200 grams of grated carrot, 300 grams of plain flour, 500 grams of flavoured icing sugar, and we're using cinnamon swirl. Another nice one to pop in is the orange zest, you could use that, and the other one is apple crumble. Now the apple crumble one, where is it? Apple crumble, it should be over here, Ray. If you buy the apple crumble one, 50p off every bag goes to help the heroes. So for VE Day celebrations, every bag that we sell, 50p goes to it. Okay, and we're looking to raise at least £1,000. So very good. And sticky toffee pudding is another one as well. So let me put that out of the way. So that's a nice one to add to it. And then for the topping today, we're going to make either a cream cheese topping or an orange zest. I'm going to say you can choose, but you're not going to taste it, are you? But both of them will go absolutely delicious with it as well. You could even make a cinnamon swirl topping. And then we've got a few things we need to do a draw. So we need to do like and share. So like and share, like and share. Can any of you remember what I made last Thursday? John is going to research and have a look what we made last Thursday, so that we can do the shares from last Thursday. And also, I've said...
We can do the shares tonight as well.
We can do the shares tonight as well.
No, just so people are aware, we do. If you like and share the Facebook Live, you enter into a prize draw to win a...
That's what I've just been telling them.
Were you?
Yeah, but I didn't tell them that it was £25. Right, so I'll carry on. Go on, John, you tell them.
Yes, if you like and share this Facebook Live, you enter into a prize draw where you can win a £25 Sugar and Crumbs voucher, and we will draw the prize winner next Thursday. So
yes.
We draw the prize winner a week later.
Yes, that's right. The day before Good Friday. So last Thursday, John is going to have a look at what we was doing. So we'll do that draw. But then I said to you, I found a bag of Prosecco. And I asked you in the comments to say, why would you want to win this? And I have to be honest, you all had good reasons. So what we're going to do is we're just going to spin the wheel for this as well. So when afterwards, we'll do all those things together. So do make sure you like and share the live to be in with a chance to win in the draw next week. So we're going to do 2 tonight. Last week's like and share and the Prosecco. Yeah. For those who may have missed, Evil Cake Genius Rollies are on the way. I'm hoping for them to be dispatched tomorrow or today in American time, because they've just started their day where Brian is. And so hopefully he can get it done today or definitely tomorrow. Then we have to get them over here. Then we've got to clear customs. We might have a little hold up because of the Easter holidays, which I just only thought about. So they might be hold up over the Easter holidays. Who knows? But they're on the way. Are you excited, little rollies? I've not actually advertised them on the website. I've only advertised them in the groups, but I have got enough. I've got enough ordered so that once they all arrive, I'll be able to sell the other ones as well. So let me sort the groups out first, because they have pre-ordered, and I don't want to take any more orders on the actual website until they're all here. So you can only pre-order off the groups. Right, so I've already told you the ingredients. So what we're going to do is, because I never remember it off by heart, but I have made this several times, believe it or not, but I don't always remember how to do it. So what we're going to do is we're going to preheat the oven 180, which is 350 or gas mark 4. We're going to mix the oil, sugar and the eggs. So the oil, Let me read the oil. So the oil is 250 mils of oil. So that's going to go in there. The sugar is this one. 225 grams of light muscovado. Crikey, twice in one night. Crikey. John's laughing because I could never get it right. Yeah? And we are going to add the cinnamon swirl icing sugar. Let me just check that we are going to add that now. Yeah, we are. Oh, it's all going in one. I thought it was all in one. Right, brilliant, great. Then we're going to add, wait a minute, we're going to crack the eggs. Let's crack the eggs, 1 minute. So John, who's with us?
Well,
Give us a few shout outs.
We've got 265 people. We do have a couple of newbies, so welcome to you. I saw someone that said she was watching this for the second time and spent all afternoon on YouTube.
Oh, fantastic.
And not done much else.
Well, to be fair, there's not much else to do at the moment, are there? Who's climbing the walls? You've only been in a week.
Yeah, we've got Maggie, second time from Stockton-on-Tees.
Fantastic. Hello, Maggie. So, let me just mix this in a minute.
The feed's going quite fast, so it's...
Yeah. So, let me just...
we've got a few people from overseas as well, so welcome to everybody outside of the UK. Obviously, welcome to everybody within the UK.
Yes, absolutely. Welcome all of you. Hello. So my live yesterday went down very well, wasn't it? You all seemed to enjoy it. John wondered what the hell was going on because he was actually in the warehouse all day yesterday. But it was so funny, you know, baked 2 cakes. I think I lost my marbles yesterday. I friggin' had no idea what I'd done. But I baked 2 cakes with butter instead of margarine. Basically, I just put myself totally out of kilter. And all I needed to do was add a little bit more flour and it would have been absolutely fine. But anyhow, my cakes broke up. And not only did they break up, those who saw the live yesterday, they saw them break up properly. These cakes didn't just break in half, they broke up. And I had 2 options. We either go live or we cancel the live. I didn't have any choices because there was no other cake to decorate. So I decided to go live and boy, you lot loved it. So I'm really pleased that you supported me. I'm almost sure lots of people came in and wondered what the hell I was doing. It was the worst cake decorating. But I've actually seen a post already today of somebody who was inspired by it and posted, so which is great. So I'm really pleased. And the recipients of the cake, which I dropped it off to Jonathan, our production manager. Well, I didn't. John went off and dropped it off for them. And he's got 4 little children and they absolutely loved it. Albeit I chopped it into 9 squares, and the kids must have thought they were having a birthday cake each. They were so big. I should have really probably chopped each of those squares into 4 again. So anyhow, so what we're going to do, we're going to mix this. So the oil, sugar, eggs, whisk until it's combined. So you can put this on the mixer, but you don't have to, believe me, you don't. So give it a really good mix.
You just run through what you're making tonight.
We're making a carrot
just missed the beginning.
We're making a carrot cake, a really easy carrot cake. We're making it in the bowl. You can use them to use a mixer, but we're making it in the bowl because I just want to show you how easy it is to make. So, and it says whisk and I'm using a spatula. But, 1 minute. Right, so after we've done that, we're going to fold in the grated carrots, flour and baking powder.
How much icing sugar went in?
It was only a little bit. It was 50 grams. So we're going to drop in the carrots and I'll read the recipe through to you again. In fact, I'm going to pass this over to John and John can read the recipe through. Give him something to do. We're going to drop in the flour, plain flour. Oh, you all went a bit crazy for flour today, didn't you? And I said in the live, just 1 per person. And most of you are all very good. It was you were allowed to order 2 self-raising and 1 plain. Quite a few of you ordered too many plain. So I'm sorry you guys who didn't get any. But to be fair, Laura and I, by the time that we would have had to contact each customer, not send it, refund, it just wouldn't have been worth it.
To be fair, everybody stuck to the rules pretty much. There wasn't many that didn't. And the self-raising, we've got a lot.
Got a lot of self-raising.
So it won't run out.
Ever the diplomat is our John. I'll tell you the truth later. I'm live again tomorrow. Ask me then. John, would you like to read out the ingredients?
Right. The ingredients: 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 225 grams of light muscovado sugar, 4 large eggs, 200 grams of grated carrot, 300 grams of plain flour, 50 grams of sugar and crumbs, cinnamon swirl icing sugar, or any flavour of your choice. Someone's actually said pineapple works very well.
Ah, but pineapple would be delicious.
And 250 mils of vegetable oil.
Yeah, which camera are you on? Right, yeah. Pineapple would be delicious. Very good idea, that. And also, it brings me, pineapple is back in stock. Coconut is back in stock, followed by pina colada. And is strawberry daiquiri back in stock?
Yes, it is.
Yay. So strawberry daiquiri is back in stock as well. So, anyhow, so here you go. Look, John, look overhead. So that's it, guys. There you are. You can make that with the kids. How easy is that? The hardest bit is just weighing out the ingredients. So easy. So just let me go and get a little bit of, in fact, in this pan, this is a PME pan, non-stick pan, and you don't need to grease this, but and I actually did a cake. Which cake did I make last week? I made it a couple of weeks ago. I made a loaf one. Can't remember, and I didn't grease it. So you know what, let's go for it again. Let's see how good it is. The worst that can happen is a broken cake that I have to stick together. So this recipe I actually divided between 2 8-inch sandwich tins last time.
Is this recipe on the website?
It is. And there's also a gluten-free version one as well. Just a little bit of flour. It's got a mix in there. How easy is that? Who's going to make this? Just so easy. And what I'm going to say to you is, if you haven't got any plain flour, use self-raising, but don't add the baking powder. So don't worry if you haven't got plain flour, just substitute it for self-raising, but don't add the baking powder. There we go. I'm out of breath doing that. Crikey, how unfit am I? Right, so this is going to go in the oven now, and it's actually going on a 180, yeah? So I'll pop it in the oven. Is it 180, John? But it should be on. Have a look at the front. I think it said 180, didn't it? Right at the top of the page, John. 180. Why don't you turn it over on the other side?
Preheat the oven to 180 degrees Celsius, 350 Fahrenheit, or gas mark 4.
Good. Well done. Sign language again, John?
Yeah.
Right, so while that's in the oven, I am going to make some buttercream. But before I make some buttercream, I want to show you what we're going to make tomorrow, because I think you're going to be impressed, so hold on.
How long would you cook sandwich layers of carrot cake versus a loaf cake?
Yeah, I know. Well, that's a bit of a thing, really, because I've got to be honest. Where are we? Am I back up here now?
Yes, yeah.
Right. So that's a bit of a thing, really, because I've baked the loaf cake today on a high heat, and then I actually turned it down because I like to bake long and slow. But I did bake these on 180 as well. The sandwich ones on 180 as well. I'm not good for following the timers. All of you know I don't use a timer. I'm very much let's have a look at it and feel it type of girl, and then stick my cake tester in, and I sort of work like that rather than the timer. That's what works for me, but you have to do whatever works for you. So what do we think of these fabulous colours here then? Shall we go for the overhead?
We can.
So I've already John, I know we're on the overhead now. So I've already baked these today. Okay, these are 8-inch tins, and basically we have made a 16-ounce mix. When I say we, I don't mean John and I mean me. So a 16-ounce mix, and I've divided it between the 5 tins. Now when I say a 16-ounce mix, it's a £1 mix. And that's the £1 mix of ingredients. Am I back over here? Mm-hmm. That's the £1 mix of ingredients. But by the time you've added everything else in, it actually becomes a lot more than that. So just divide it between 5 tins. But when I actually worked out the weight, it was actually 14 ounces in each pan. Don't ask me what that is in grams, I don't know, can't remember. But anyhow, just divide it out. So I'm going to show you how to make this tomorrow, but I wanted the cake ready so that I could have it, so I can decorate it. So tomorrow we're going to make it, divide it, we're going to colour it, and I'm going to put it in the oven, okay, and then these, we're going to stack them, and then we're going to decorate it on the outside. Now decorating on the outside is going to take me a little while, so you are going to have to be patient, but I think it will be a good time for Simon to ask questions, okay? Or I can start the ball rolling and do a quarter of it so you get the idea, and then I can come back later and show you what it is later. But it's up to you. Let's see how patient you are tomorrow. So that's going to be live for 11:30. The colours that we're using, you'll see I've got these big bundles here. I sell lots of ranges of gels. But the colours here are achieved from the Colour Splash range. This is the full bag of 30 colours. Okay, we're on the overhead there, John, yeah? So this is the full bag. Now there's 30 colours on here. You do get a discount for buying the 30 colours, and you've got every colour. The colour goes a long, long way. They're really very good, and people who've been in my classes have used these, and believe me, you really, if you want pastel, you know, you just only put a little bit in, and if you want deep, I've got the pink as that, you know, I've had the lime green as green as that. In fact, I had lime green like that. What live was I doing yesterday? And it was lime green like that. The yellow, they all do come out the colour that they are, and you can see there. So that's a sunflower, orange, that's pistachio, Christmas red, and this is violet, but I really did put a lot of violet in there. So so we do lots of bundles. So we've got the 30 bundle. We have the where's that one?
So Emma, we do sell the aprons, and we do have piping bags, and there are piping bags in stock, aren't there?
Lots of piping bags in stock, yeah.
But the aprons are also for sale.
Yeah, and they're on offer. They're actually on cost price. They're on for what they actually cost me, so you're getting a bargain. So, and then we do them in pink and black. I'm not sure what's in stock, but I'm sure pink is still in stock. And I can show you a black one afterwards, but they're lovely, aren't they? I'm in a relationship with sugar and crumbs. I love that. So, so the other bundles of these, we do the mermaid set. John, do you want to just do the overheads? Yeah. Mm-hmm. So we've got the mermaid coloured set. This one here is the unicorn. So if you're just looking for colours like the unicorn.
Where are the tins from? Are they PME?
Yeah. Then we've got natural, we've got, no, these aren't, just sorry, I'm telling fibs. These are the neutrals. I love these, the neutrals, really, that they are lovely. We've also got the pastels. So they're all done in bundles. And then these are Carol's favourites. So these are the colours that I use most of the time. Now there's 10 in this set. I think it's £15. So, you know, these are the ones that I use most of the time. Yeah? So let me put those out of the way. So
just a question, going back to the carrot cake, Sarah said she assumes that you can just add raisins and walnuts and cook as normal?
Yeah, I've not added any raisins and walnuts, okay? You can add raisins and walnuts, but you know, I love raisins and walnuts in it, but I find that sometimes that when you're doing a cake and as soon as you say raisins, walnuts, sultanas, people think, ooh, and you know, they don't realise they don't actually have to have them. So this is sort of like the basic carrot cake, and then you can add what you want to it, which is fantastic.
And Sarah's also said you can use parsnips.
Oh, really? No, I've never heard of that one. Very good.
Yeah, same recipe, tastes fabulous.
What, instead of carrots?
Yeah.
Ah, fantastic. I'll have to give it a go. That's you out shopping again for parsnips this weekend, John. I have to stay at home, you see, and John goes to the warehouse, so on the way to the warehouse he has to pop in the supermarket and do all the shopping. This kitchen here is actually attached to the side of the house, so it's great. Right, so what do we think of those colours, John? Do we like them?
Yes, no, very positive comments about the colours.
Yeah, they are. Because there's nothing worse, and we're back over here, there's nothing worse than wishy-washy colours, is there? And sometimes, I mean, I'm sure loads of you must have done this. You bake the cake and then it doesn't look like the colour at all. And then the other thing as well, like this one, we'll lift this one out so that you can see the sides.
Do you know how much the bundles of the colours are? No, but if you go to our website, under brands and Colour Splash
Gels.
Colour Splash
So
and
go to
gels,
Yeah, go to Colour Splash,
then you will
gels.
find the bundles.
Yeah. So I've only done these as small layers because when we build this, it's going to be a huge cake. But look at it, as you can see the colour through it, can't you? Yeah. There's so many times you can do a cake and then it's got this like brown crust on the outside, and people go, oh, I can't see the colour, but actually when you cut into it, you can. And tomorrow we will cut into this. We will, once we've made it. Yeah, because we've been making two. My son is 40 today. I know I've been rabbiting on about that. I feel quite emotional. I'm never really that emotional over his birthday. But he's my eldest one and he's 40 today. So I think I'll get this dropped off for him and his daughters tomorrow because he hasn't had a birthday cake. I'm sure he doesn't really want a birthday cake either, but his daughters will absolutely love it. And in half an hour from now, 9:25, is when he actually arrived. Sure you want to know that, John, don't you? So let's get that out of the way. Good, let me get a cloth, clean this up, and then we'll make some buttercream for the cake. So if you can shout out any comments, John?
Right, just so everyone's aware, if you like and share this Facebook Live, you'll be entered into our prize draw to win a £25 sugar and crumb voucher, and the draw will be made next Thursday. So lots of positive comments about the colours. We're looking forward to tomorrow.
Yeah. Now that live is at 11:30 tomorrow. So tomorrow we finish our lives for the week. I'm sure you'll have had enough of me all week. I've popped up every day. So tomorrow 11:30 for that live. That will be a definite 2 hours, believe me. And then at 2 o'clock we've got one of our reruns. And then you've got the weekend to yourself, unless you want me to pop up again. But I'm actually going to be playing in the kitchen this weekend because I actually asked John if he's going to help me clean the shed. I got a definite no last week and it was a definite no, he wouldn't help. So I spent the whole weekend watching TV, which was amazing. And I never get that opportunity. So this weekend I thought, you know what, I'm going to come in here and play and do a few things that I fancy having a go at. And then hopefully if I'm successful of them, I'll share them with you. Yeah, on future lives for next week. Right, what was I making?
So the question was about the cream cheese. Would it be okay with someone with a cheese allergy?
Ooh, right, okay. So, our flavoured icing sugars, before I put this on, all our flavoured icing sugars are not synthetic, they are natural flavourings, okay? But they don't derive from the actual source of the fruit. So if you have our strawberries, it's not from a real strawberry. If you have our orange, it's not from a real orange. And our cream cheese flavouring doesn't come from cheese, so you don't need to worry about it. Basically, it's a flavouring that's been made, and we only buy the premium flavours, and then we incorporate it into the icing sugar, and then we make and blend different blends together to make other flavours. This cream cheese one, I have been working on this for years. Loads of people have asked me, Carol, please make cream cheese, please make cream cheese. And I have been working on this for years. And I've told you lots of times, last year, Laura and I were in the kitchen all day blending this stuff. And John and Maria popped in a few times and they were like, holy Lord, it stinks. And that's been the problem for the last few years. I've not been able to get rid of the smell. Got the taste, but not the smell. I couldn't get rid of the smell. And that's only making small batches. So I'm almost sure if I gave my production lads to make that in big batches, I reckon they'd all hand the notice in and walk out because it's just not good. Anyhow, we've finally got the smell down. It's absolutely delicious. And those of you who've got cream cheese, tell everybody how nice it is, because so far this is becoming one of the top flavours.
Yeah,
People
it's
are
going
loving
out
it.
in nearly every order this week.
Yes, and Hobbycraft are taking it, aren't they?
They will be.
Yeah, they've got it on there
when they reopen.
when they reopen. So it is on their list to go into Hobbycraft. Obviously Hobbycraft's closed and they're not taking nothing in yet. Even though they're doing online orders, they're not taking in, but I know it's on their list for them to take because it will go mad. So hopefully John will see the comments of what you're saying about the cream cheese, but it is delicious.
Yeah, love the cream cheese flavour.
Right. Okay, if you're new in the kitchen and you see me touch my hair or I get a bit hot because I'm having a hot one now, I am also on the Change of Life as well, and I immediately have hot flushes and John's off to the door like a good husband that he is. Well done, John. So, you know, I can feel it. It just starts.
It'll be closed in 2 minutes. It'll be freezing.
Yeah, because I'll be freezing. But it just starts. So all of you who know where I am, you know it just starts here and this is where it is, and I can feel it. And I can feel my cheeks getting really flushed. And then it's just going to pop through my head in a minute. So really weird. So any newbies, if you see me touch my face or touch myself, or the fact that I've got my hair down or nails, don't worry about it. You're not eating this cake. It's for demonstration purposes only. And the only people who get it are my family, friends, and the warehouse staff, the office staff. Unfortunately, they're not getting it because they're all on furlough at the moment, but our production manager just lives down the road and John passes as he's on his way home. So he dropped the cake in yesterday and he's more than happy to have it for the kiddies. So don't worry, it's not going out for sale, yeah? So the butter, John, can you see the butter?
We can, yeah.
See the camera? So I've already pre-beat this already, just so that we're not listening to the mixer all the time. But it's 250 grams of butter. Very simple. Just let me wipe my cloth. We'll get those that way actually and use this one. So just want to get any of the edges off. So I've already given it a really good beating already. And John, did you find the Prosecco post?
No, I've not found any post yet. What am I looking for?
So while I do this, I could do with you just writing Prosecco in the group. Search term Prosecco. So if you go to the group at the top, write Prosecco, and then hopefully you'll see a post from Carol McFarland, and then we can do the draw for that. So I am just going to whiz this up a little bit. Are you on this camera? Oh, he's doing well tonight. Doing well. So we've done no Facebook Live must-haves, and we haven't done that for the last week or so, basically because I don't feel as though we're not a hard sell at this company anyhow. We half the time don't even know the prices of things. We're a very sort of soft sell, and it's more to show you our products, show you how it works, show you other people's products, and what should we go for? Cream cheese or cinnamon swirl?
Is this a post you did?
Yes. You should see it there. I'll have a look in a second. What should we go for? Cream cheese or cinnamon swirl?
Do you spell Prosecco right?
I'm hoping I spelled Prosecco right. There's a possibility I might not have.
That's maybe why I can't find it.
If anybody can find the link for the Prosecco, can you just send it me via Messenger, please, so that John can go into the messages and find it. There'll be loads of them out there. You know we're going to go for the cream cheese, because I just love the smell. The smells absolutely gorgeous. And I'm sure you're all telling everybody how lovely it is. It's just like...
When did you actually post it?
I think it was last Friday, was it? Because I didn't do Mondays Live. I'm sure it was last Thursday. I told them about it and then I posted it on Friday. I'm sure I did. Find it for him. Send him the link. So we're just going to drop the whole bag in. John can't read any comments about how fabulous cream cheese is because he's looking for the Prosecco post. And the thing is, I think there was 800 comments, and there's no way I can sort of print all those names off and type them all up. So the best thing we can do is the spinny wheel. So you'll see that I'm under a little cloud of icing sugar here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do what I call the chopping in method. And all that is that I'm just chopping in the icing sugar into the butter. This is exactly the way that I make it for my nifty nozzles. I'm going to add some water to it. Now there's a couple of things I like to add to it. My favourite is condensed milk. I love adding condensed milk to it. It's, you know, I just love it. I love the taste. I love the creaminess of it. But you can also add water, okay? And you can also add milk if you want to. You can add cream, fresh cream. It's entirely up to you. So let me just go and get some water. You found it, John?
No.
If any of you found the Prosecco post, now if you're watching the live...
What's it titled? Or what's it
I
start
can't
with?
remember what it's titled. If we can't find it, you know what, I'll find it for tomorrow and we'll draw it for tomorrow. So I'm just going to put a slug of this in. Usually about a tablespoon to 2 tablespoons. I generally eyeball it. Maybe you shouldn't eyeball it at first, but when you've done it a couple of times, then eyeball it. We're on the overhead there.
We are.
Good. So if anybody's found the post, just private message me the link and I can work from that. John can have a look at it, but if we can't find it, you know what, I'll have it ready for tomorrow. The thing is, if you put my name, Carol McFarland, in, I'm tagged in so many posts, it just brings up everything that's got my name in it. So make sure you get all of your batter off your spatula. So those of you who watched yesterday's live, wasn't it good? How to sort a disaster out. I bet you were all laughing your heads off, weren't you? And it was good, you know, because, you know, it just shows, you know, I mean, I'm not a professional baker. I'm just, you know, obviously I've learned lots of things while I've been in Sugar and Crumbs kitchen. But I still don't think I'm at the level to go out there and sell sauce as a chocolate
Joanna has sent it through.
Ah, fantastic, good. Right, well, do you want to get that link up, John? And should we do that now before we put this on?
What, before we lose it again?
Before we lose it again, yeah. So let's do that. And do you want to get all... We're going to work on comments, John, not shares. So what we need to do is get all the comments spinning. So do you want to get them in front of this camera?
Well, now I know why I can't find it.
Why?
I've tried every possible way of spelling Prosecco, but you've really beat me on this one.
Well, Joanna must spell it like me then.
Prosecco.
Prosecco.
Right, that's why I couldn't bloody find it.
Well done, Joanna. I've got two half.
If you found it with that spelling, Joanna, I'm worried about you as well.
I tell you what, Joanna, I've got 2 half bags of what is it called? Prosecco.
Prosecco.
Well, I don't drink, I don't know, do I? So I've got 2 half bags in there, Joanna, in the cupboard. So what I'll do is I'll send them into work with John tomorrow, put them in one bag, and you can have that. Pop your name and address in, and you can have that. The fact that you found that on that spelling, well done.
It's a miracle.
It's a miracle. Do you like that idea, Joanne? So if you want it, just message me and say, yeah, pop your address in and I'll send you that.
Right, are we doing a...
Yeah, come on then, John, give us your phone. Are you going to stick your finger on it? You'll have to get round there. Have I got to stick my finger on it?
I brought up most of the comments.
Should I just tell them that you're in your pyjamas, John? He's going, no, I'm going, why? He's in his pyjamas and dressing gown. God bless him though, he has been in work since 6 o'clock this morning, and he has been in work every day from 6 till late, and then he's had to come in and do Facebook Lives as well, and you don't get much rest, do you, like me? Albeit I'm sure I work harder than you. So just so that you know.
Only on Sundays.
Only on Sundays. Let's just get all the comments up.
I've loaded most of them.
I know, but it's gone back. Right. Right, John, they all know you've got your pyjamas on, love. So I'm doing it. Can they see under the camera there, John? Have we got this thing under the camera there?
Mm-hmm.
That one. Viv Goddard. Viv Goddard, congratulations. And what she said was, I would love to win this bag of Prosecco icing sugar as I never win anything at all. Must be the unluckiest person ever. Thanks Carol and John team for all you're doing and a tremendous job. Well done Viv, so you have won, so well done. And that was just in comments, well done. So Viv's normally watching, so hopefully she is around and she pops up. And Joanna, if you want those 2 half bags of Prosecco, just let me know and I will put them in a bag and John can heat seal them and get them in the post to you tomorrow. And if you don't want it, I'll shout out again, somebody tomorrow can have it if they want it. Because we won't be making it ever again. That's it, it's gone, isn't it? You, John, won't have it back? I love it, I think it's delicious.
Why is everything always my fault?
Because you're the one who always makes the decisions, John, about what we're keeping and what we're not keeping. I'd keep them all and make loads of flavours. Right, okay, so can you see now we've got this all chopped in? Yeah? Are we on this camera on the overhead, John?
Overhead.
Yep, super. Oh, they are, Viv. We'll have to say it's John's lucky pyjamas. Should we get back on this one, John? Hey, John's lucky pyjamas got you to win. Anybody new to the Sugar and Crumbs kitchen now will be wondering what the hell we're talking about.
Carol's probably the only one dressed.
Yep.
Well, there's only 2 of us here.
Yeah, I was going to say. I'm a bit concerned.
Not sure what you think goes on in this kitchen.
Anyhow, because I've got no heating on in this kitchen and I did start whipping this butter earlier this afternoon, I've added a little bit of water. It is cool in here, even though I've got John opening the door as well, but I'm just going to add a little bit more water.
Oh, Viv is there.
Oh, is she? Is she chuffed?
Yeah.
She'll be highly delighted. We met Viv, John, at Crafter's Companion. And remind me, Viv, was you up at Newton Aycliffe or Chesterfield or Evesham? At Chesterfield it was. She'll tell me in a minute if I got that right. Chesterfield, wasn't it? Oh, I'm ever so glad when I remember something. Right, so we're going to count to 30. There we go. We're done. We're done. That's our lovely buttercream. And those guys, are you all telling everyone how nice this smells? Tastes nice. Make macarons with this as well. Delicious macarons, delicious cheesecake, your biscuits, your shortbread. I am going to, our new recipe website is nearly done. There's still 86 more recipes to complete, get them done. But I'm going to be working on those next week. And then what I am going to do for the live, seems that we're going to be all holed up in our house for a while, I'm going to go through the recipe website. So we're going to go through them. I'm going to test them. And because some of the recipes are from myself, some are from my daughter, Laura. Lots of them are from bloggers, and I've actually never tasted them myself. So I'm going to go through the recipes, and you know what? We'll make them on the lives.
Yeah, Viv was at Chesterfield.
Chesterfield. Oh, crikey, I'm so pleased with myself. Right, let me put that there. Let me put that there.
When was the last time you remembered something?
I know, that's what I mean. I couldn't remember anything yesterday. Didn't even know what I'd done with the cake mix. I know I do joke about my memory, but seriously, I do have a bad memory. And I say to John, you know what, John? If anything happens to me, you will tell the doctor I did lose my memory. He said, well, there's no point telling him because you lost your memory. You won't know what I'm telling him, will you? So, I do think sometimes I've got Alzheimer's, but I'm sure I haven't.
You kept calling her Doreen.
Yeah, that's right.
But the funny thing was that's her mum's name. So she might not remember anything, but she might be a bit psychic.
I did, didn't I, Viv? Yeah, I forgot that. I did keep calling her Doreen. Oh, God.
Viv, you're not alone.
Oh, dear. Got a lot on my mind. Right, so that's our buttercream done. Let's get my cake. Nice to clean my board. A lady told me today, so there's 2 ladies I know that bought the pink board. This is the biggest board in the Sugar and Crumbs kitchen. You can only get it from Sugar and Crumbs. And I have to tell you, the green boards, let me grab a green board. The green boards are lovely. I don't know if you can see on the overhead there. You see the size?
Mm-hmm.
So you'll see that the pink board. So this is the biggest board that everybody sells. And then I've had this one made bigger, okay? And it's only just a few mils. There you go. Yeah, just a few mils that way that you wouldn't notice, but plenty that way. And the green board is lovely, and I treasure mine, and I don't allow anybody to chop knives on it. I sort of have a little meltdown. But I have asked somebody to make me these pink boards, and the pink boards are very expensive. I didn't actually tell John I was having them made, and when John saw the invoice, well, it was a conversation. Anyhow, they are expensive, but a couple of you have treated yourself to this, and I know you're just going to love it. You was a bit surprised at that one, weren't you, John?
Yeah, that was one word to describe it.
Right, cake.
So Lisa is saying that she goes shopping in her husband's car and then looks for hers.
It does what?
She goes shopping in her husband's car, but then looks around the car park for her own.
I did that once in the Trafford Centre, you know. I put my car in the car park somewhere, and I basically had the whole of security looking for the car. Absolutely adamant it'd been stolen. They were searching everywhere, and I was adamant it was here. I knew them escalators were there, and I knew them lifts were there. Adamant. Round the other side of the building it was eventually. 2 hours later. They weren't impressed. Right, okay, so on the board, just going to put this straight onto a normal board here.
Well,
and
I think Barbara must have bought one of the pink boards.
Has Barbara brought? Oh yes, Barbara. She told me today she's bought one.
Yeah, she says she can tell hubby she won it. and Donna showed her husband the cost, and he gives some of my sign language apparently.
Oh, did he?
I only give Carol the thumbs up, so is that what you got as well?
Absolutely. And a lady called Carol's bought one as well. So I don't know if anybody else has bought one. But yeah, Barbara did tell me today that she's treated herself to one. Has it arrived, Barbara?
Yeah, Geraldine's asking how much they are. I think they're £110.
Yeah.
Ouch.
But believe me, you won't let anybody have it. It will be your special board forever and ever. So there we go. Not going to put any jam on this cake, don't need any. But if you wanted to, there's nothing wrong with putting like a marmalade or a curd or a ginger or a cinnamon spread, I don't know. Put what you like. An orange marmalade would be nice actually. Or a cherry jam would be lovely. But we're not doing that. So this is going to be a rustic cake because it is a carrot cake, so we don't want it looking all gorgeous or anything.
Roughly how long will the loaf tin one take to bake?
I actually don't know. I need to go and have a look at it actually. Just a minute. So there we go. Pop that on there. Take the paper off. We're just gonna. I'm not gonna do it so it's the other side. I actually want that look. I like that look. Hold on. This is the loaf one that we did already, so you can see how lovely that is. John, do you want to try a piece of this? Because you haven't had a piece now. Do you want a piece of this?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? Right, let me see how my loaf one's doing. Let me just get my tester. 1 minute. Just a tester. Right, I'll get you ready yet.
No, Donna didn't get the thumbs up.
Did she not? Did she get another sign language sign? So her husband definitely takes after you, John.
It sounds like it was verbal rather than sign language. What was the size of the loaf tin you used?
Oh, crikey, I don't know. It's in the oven. I don't know. It's on our website. So if you go to our website, PME, it's their non-stick loaf tin. Now, I have used it before. If it's not baked tonight before we finish, which I don't think it's going to be, what we'll do is I'll show you in the morning. But this is one that we made earlier, okay? I keep saying we because I'm talking about me and John, but one I made earlier, and I have to tell you it's delicious. Do you want this piece, John?
That's the end.
I know, but the end is the best bit. You don't like the end?
No.
Oh, goodness me. Let me get a knife. Everybody likes the end. You have to like the end. And the carrot cake as well, you don't have to heat it like this. It's lovely to eat like this because it's moist, but there's nothing stopping you putting a...
We don't sell the wood effect board, do we?
You don't, no. Do you want all that
No,
stuff
no.
I have?
No.
So it's also nice this to put butter on it. Now you see I've used my knife, but I actually didn't cut through to the board. Seriously, I didn't. These boards as well are non-stick, so they're great for rolling out sugar paste on them. You don't actually need to put anything else on them. Maybe just a little fine little bit of grease if you want to, but don't cover them in corn flour. And then the other thing, corn flour or icing sugar. And then the other thing is, if you do catch it with a knife, okay, just get some Trex and just rub some Trex into it, and it will make it all better. Right, let me put that over there. Piping bag.
Do you have the smaller size green board to show a size comparison?
I've just put it on there, the small size one, didn't I?
That was quite a big green board though, wasn't it?
Oh, right,
You have a
okay.
smaller one?
I think I've got the smaller one.
Well, Denise doesn't like the burnt ends either.
No?
No, nor does Sarah.
Well, you dropped the word burnt.
Or
Never
Paula.
mind.
See? Sorry, we're trying to find the smaller size board.
I haven't got it, to be fair. Let me get my words out. I'll get John to bring some home, okay? Send me a message. Somebody just send me a message and say, Carol, bring home the green boards, and then tomorrow I'll get John to bring them home. And if he's home for the live, if he pops home, because he's got to pop home and feed the dogs, and then if he does pop home, I can show you in the live. If
I think
not,
it was
I'll just show you
Paige.
on Monday.
I think it was Paige who was asking the question. So Paige, if you just drop Carol a quick message,
Yes.
that'd be
Yeah,
much appreciated.
Yeah, that'd be great. Pretty good. Right.
Oh, we're divided. Some people like the ends.
Oh, the ends are lovely. They're my favourite bit. It's like when you buy a loaf of bread, isn't it? A crusty load of bread, you have to have the end, don't you? So, right. So this is just 250 grams of butter and 500 grams of flavoured icing sugar. So we're just going to put some on here. So we're going to go around here. And you don't have to, you know what, you could just leave it just in between. So, but you know what, let's go for it. I've got somebody who's going to be getting this tomorrow, and I know that they will just love it like this. So it is a staff member, and you all know Karen, and I think Karen will be eyeballing this. So I'll get it dropped off for her. She only lives local. So John has to do lots of jobs since I'm not allowed out of the house. So on his way to work, on his way back from work, go and get the shopping, drop this off. I had him queuing outside the supermarket the other day at 8:15, all because I needed cherries. So rustic effect, you don't need to do anything fancy. Do you know what? So rustic is far nicer. It looks homemade. Some of you say, you know, some of you go, ooh, you know, it's not perfect. Well, you don't need it perfect. So let's get this on this turntable here. So can you see that there, John? Yeah. And then all we're going to do is, so you might be able to see on that camera, or is it too high for that camera?
Just take it that way up a little bit. Perfect.
Yeah. So we're just going to, all we're going to do is just, that's all we're going to do. We're just going to do this.
Well,
So-
Karen says, "Oh, thank you. I was just thinking how delicious it looked."
Yeah. I knew she'd be eyeballing this. It's just her cup of tea. But she's not having all of it because I want a slice. So you'll see, can you see this ribbon on this bag here? Can you see the, John, can you just see on the camera there?
Yeah, yeah.
So you see what all this is, it's got a little hole in the bag, and the reason is when I pop this nozzle in, which is a 1M Wilton star tip, when I popped it in, I've obviously, you should have always wind your bag down and drop the nozzle in like you would when you put stockings on. So when you put stockings on, you always wind it down to your toe. Can we go over there, John? You always wind these stockings down to your toe, and then you put your toe in and then you roll up nice, don't you? Who wears stockings? It's a long time since I wore a pair. So So you wind them up then, don't you? Well, that's what you really need to do with this bag when you put this nozzle in. But I didn't, I just dropped it, and therefore it's pricked it there. Am I on this camera, John?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, great, good.
When is the candy sweet stamp back in?
Candy sweet stamp back in. Was it just, we've just had a delivery? Have we just sold them?
I don't know. Some have gone out in deliveries today.
Yeah, we only had a delivery yesterday. So let me just hold that there. If you ever get this, just drop it into another piping bag, but I haven't got time.
No, Barbara, we don't sell those wooden cake boards.
We don't. It was a present to me many years ago, and it was off Amazon if you want to know. I think one of my daughters bought me this one. And there we go, that's it, isn't it? So you know what, I'm just going to do that one there. Squeeze that in, squeeze that in. There you go. Yeah, this one was off Amazon, and it's lovely, isn't it? I like the shape of it. But I've had it many, many years. And then if you wanted to, on this one here, so let's just move that one up there a bit. So on your loaf one, what you could do is you just make it very simple, something for the kids to do. You just slap it on.
Geraldine, are you listening, John? How to put stockings on? Yeah. Only wear them on Sundays.
Did any of you see that joke in the group about an hour ago? Somebody actually reported it. I am letting a few things go in the group at the moment, so I am sort of allowing some of the rules to be broken, just for a little bit of light-hearted entertainment. But somebody put a post on, and it's a model there, and she's there all swanky, and the photographer's taking all the photographs, and she's looking all beautiful, and there's a guy with a tube onto her back, and then he lets go of the tube. I'm not going to tell you any more, but go and watch it if you can find it afterwards. I'll go and find it, and I'll place it in announcements, but it was funny. I did burst out laughing. That's what I'm like. Well, no, I'm not like that, but no, John has not seen me in stockings for many a year. He's covering his ears and his eyes. Oh dear. John. There you go. So all you have to do, so you don't even have to decorate it, just get your palette knife out and slap it all on. Hey, yeah, look. We've only got half a cake to do. There you go. There we go, there we go, there we go. Right, let's see if my cake is ready. Smooth this one out of the way. See if the one in the oven's ready. Take that one off. Take that one off. Out of the way. So I told you, really easy recipe, isn't it? So we'll just do that. Followed by that. Oh, there we go. It would help if I turned that way, right way round. Don't know which camera you're on there, John, that you can see.
Overhead.
The overhead. Right. Right, cleaning my board. Let's see if this is recipe. This is ready. So always put your cake on one of these. Let me see, let me see, let me see. Nope, not ready yet. Right, not ready yet, so I'll have to show it in the morning. But I won't drop it out the tin until in the morning, so you can drop it out. So, is there any questions you guys need to ask? Because we're going to do last week's like and share. So just to remind you, tomorrow, let's put those there. Tomorrow we're making a rainbow cake. This is orange, this is sunflower. So we're making a rainbow cake tomorrow. That'd be great fun. We're going to decorate it. I'm going to show you a nice technique for decorating it as well. I haven't done it for a long, long time, but hopefully it's all going to go to plan. And I'm in the kitchen with Simon tomorrow. So John, have you got last week's live up?
I'm looking for it.
Live. So, pardon?
I'm looking for it.
You're looking for it. What did we make last Thursday? I can't remember. So just while John's looking for it a moment. So pink board, if you want to look for the pink board, when you go to Sugar and Crumbs website, sugarandcrumbs.co.uk, go to Sugar and Crumbs, and in the Sugar and Crumbs brand we have accessories. It's in there. It's also in equipment. If you're looking for the flavoured icing sugars, pop over to the flavoured icing sugars. If you're looking for the Colour Splash bundles, go to Colour Splash gels. The bundles are excellent. The gels are excellent. So I've been using the Colour Splash gels for a very long time. I also love selling Pro Gel and Fractal, all excellent gels, but those are fabulous for the money. And I'm sure there's lots of you here, lots of you have bought them off me. Lots of you will back me up and go how great they are. They really are very good colours. And that is what I've made in those cakes, and you'll see them tomorrow. Have we found it yet, John? Thursday's live?
Yes, you did a red velvet cake and
yes, we did them
used
again, didn't we?
some of the new Karen and Davies moulds.
That's right.
So do you want to look it up there, because
Yeah.
I didn't do it right last
Talking
time.
of Karen Davies moulds, I've just uploaded an update of the moulds because we were sold out again. So there was 128 shares from last week, so I'm just loading them up a moment. So just let me get these loaded up. So the moulds, we were sold out again. So I've just placed an order and I put them back into stock. So just let me go a minute. Just got to wait for it to load. Yeah, it's loading now. So we just have to bounce it a little bit just while it loads. So just let me get some more up. There they are, they're coming now. So John, when you're ready. This one?
Yep.
Oh, Donna Louise Andrews. Well, she's going to be really chuffed. Crikey, Donna, how many times? 3 in a row there. Donna Louise Andrews, you won that. She's the 3rd time that she's won. So well done, Donna. She'll be really chuffed. There you go, sorry. So Donna, you have won the £25 voucher. So you're going to be over the moon. I know you are. So well done for that. What else was I going to say to you? That's it, isn't it? That's us done, isn't it, John? Yeah. Right, well done. So Donna, you know what to do. Come to the website. Go to Sugar and Crumbs website, sugarandcrumbs.co.uk. Go through to the info page. Laura will send you a code tomorrow that you can use for your shopping. So I know that you'll be over the moon with that one. Well done, Viv Gardard, on winning the Prosecco. And Joe, if you want the other 2 half bags of Prosecco, let me know. I'll get them out the cupboard afterwards and send them into work with John tomorrow to pack up for you. Otherwise, I will see you all at 11:30 tomorrow morning. Come and watch me make this rainbow cake. I'm sure it's going to be a great morning. I've got Simon in the kitchen, and we've just got to give Simon a bit more confidence to chat a little bit more. He's getting there. Is that us done, John?
What did you say, less than me?
Pardon?
Did you say less than me?
He does say less than you, John.
Okay.
Yes, we have lots of long, silent moments.
Yeah,
Very
Donna's
long.
on there, so she knows she won.
Yeah, yeah. So
Well
yes,
done.
lots of long silent moments with Simon, isn't there? But he is getting there. It's only week 1. John's been doing this for a very long time, so he should talk more.
I feel for him.
Right, so that's us over and done with. Very quick live that tonight, wasn't it? An hour. Well done. He can't believe it, John. But you're on an early start tomorrow, aren't you? So
Yeah,
go and
yeah.
make carrot cake. So I'd love to see the feed. So it's been blown up with Viennese swirls or whirls, whatever you want to call them. And now I'd love you to see the carrot cake and the cream cheese. Seriously, you're going to love it. Lovely moist cake. Make it for the weekend. It's amazing. All right then. Bye bye. See you in the morning.
Bye everyone.
Bye.